Betelgeuse is one of the brightest stars in the night sky, with an apparent magnitude of 0.5, ranking 10th in brightness. However, since early April this year, Betelgeuse has been unusually bright, helping it rise to the 8th position, shining over 140% brighter than normal. This unusual brightening has led many to speculate that the star might soon explode into a supernova. If that happens, the supernova would illuminate the sky equivalent to a full moon and could be observed with the naked eye. So how long do experts predict until Betelgeuse explodes into a supernova? Will we have the chance to witness this event in our lifetime? Let's follow today. Wishing you relaxing and informative moments. Now, let's explore together. The Orion constellation, also known as the Hunter constellation, is one of the most prominent and well-known constellations. This constellation is named after the great hunter Orion in Greek mythology. Within the constellation, the two brightest stars stand out. First is the blue-white giant star Rigel, located at the hunter's left knee. Second is the star Betelgeuse with its distinctive orange-red color. According to estimates, Betelgeuse is about 640 light-years from Earth, equivalent to 6 quadrillion kilometers. A very distant distance that is hard for humans to imagine. But in astronomy, this is a relatively close distance. Therefore, the star has long been observed and analyzed by scientists. They believe Betelgeuse is only 10 million years old, about 50 times younger than our Sun. Despite being young, it has exhausted the hydrogen in its core, and is in the final stage of a red giant, about to explode into a violent supernova. The reason for Betelgeuse's short lifespan is that it was born with a super heavy mass. In its youth, the star had a type O spectrum, a super heavy blue-white star. Scientists estimate that at its peak, the star could have been tens to hundreds of times heavier than the Sun. Its surface temperature could reach up to 50,000 degrees Celsius. However, the larger the star, the faster it burns and the stronger its nuclear fusion reactions. The explosion of youth has made it pay a heavy price. The star quickly exhausted its hydrogen and soon turned into a red giant. Currently, calculations show the star only has a mass 16.5 to 19 times that of the Sun. Regarding surface temperature, it is quite cool, about 3,250 degrees Celsius, much lower than the Sun. But due to its super large size, with a radius about 764 times that of the Sun, its actual luminosity radiates about 126,000 times that of the Sun. Because of its giant size and relative proximity to Earth, Betelgeuse is one of the few stars studied in detail using space and radio telescopes. It is classified as a semi-regular variable star. For many centuries, astronomers have observed Betelgeuse's brightness decreasing in a 400-day cycle. At times, its apparent magnitude increased to 0.3, but then decreased to 0.8. In December 2019, the star suddenly dimmed 2.5 times compared to before. At that time, many speculated that the star was about to explode into a supernova. However, the cause was later identified as a massive ejection of material from within the star, creating a huge dust cloud that obscured our view of the star. Although the dust cloud later dissipated and Betelgeuse regained its normal brightness. Since then, the star has not been the same as before. Its 400-day brightness fluctuation cycle has halved to 200 days. And more importantly, in the spring of 2023, the star began to brighten again. Its brightness exceeded the usual maximum level. These rapid changes have led scientists to speculate that Betelgeuse might soon end its life cycle in a glorious supernova explosion. According to theory, after burning up the helium in the core, red giants begin burning carbon and oxygen into neon and magnesium, then into silicon. Finally, the cores of these stars become filled with iron. Adding helium nuclei to iron nuclei actually absorbs energy instead of releasing energy. Instead of releasing enormous energy through reactions, the stellar core begins to absorb energy. When that change occurs, the stellar core collapses from the inside out. And that is the star's final moment. When a supernova occurs, it briefly illuminates the entire galaxy. With today's highly sensitive telescopes, astronomers can detect supernovae in the farthest reaches of the universe. Many such explosions can be detected each night, but most are very distant. With the naked eye from Earth, we cannot see them. But with Betelgeuse's supernova, it will be different. Since this star is only about 640 light-years from Earth, its brilliant explosion will be as bright as a full moon. From Earth, you can completely observe this event even during the daytime. According to calculations, if the event occurs at night, even if you turn off all city lights, you could still comfortably read books under the supernova's light. Not only that, the luminous event could last continuously for up to 2 months. Just thinking about it is already a spectacular sight, isn't it? I think any of us would hope to witness it once. However, astronomers who specialize in studying Betelgeuse advise us to temper our expectations. Because they believe, although the star is undergoing strong brightness variations, in reality it's only in the early stage of being a red giant. In the stellar core, helium fusion is still occurring regularly. They have enough fuel to maintain the red giant state for tens of thousands of years before exploding into a supernova. This means in our lifetime we have no chance to witness Betelgeuse's supernova. Perhaps many future generations of descendants will have the opportunity to witness it. Scientists add that although each galaxy has countless stars, seeing a supernova within a galaxy is an extremely rare event. The last time a large star in our galaxy became a supernova was during astronomer Kepler's time. That supernova was named SN 1604, meaning it exploded in 1604, also known as Kepler's supernova. S light wasn't. But its light was still brighter than any star or planet in the night sky at that time and lasted over 3 weeks. Although Betelgeuse is close enough to study the chemical composition of its atmosphere, no current equipment can look into the stellar core to see if it's fusing helium or has moved on to carbon and oxygen. Therefore, most assumptions about Betelgeuse's state are based on observations of other red giants. Perhaps the scientists' speculations are not accurate, and in the next few years Betelgeuse will explode in the sky. Then, we would get to admire the light show from the supernova explosion. At this point, do this video requests to pause temporarily. Wishing you relaxing and informative moments. Now, goodbye and see you in the next videos. Goodbye everyone.